Okay, hello again. Chris Bolschweiler here with another quick example on how we manipulate CSS3 class properties using JavaScript. Now this was a little bit more complicated than the previous topics in the past, but it was also the most fun once we practice and practice a little bit more. It was really fun to work with. So let's take a look at my HTML file for this first example. So basically in this example what I want to do is I want to use JavaScript to change the CSS properties or the colors and such like that. So here I have my script. This is where I make all of my changes, and I have a list of colors here. I have a list of font sizes. Here's the title, and down here I have my buttons. This is where the changes to the colors and the fonts all take place. Not a whole lot of explanation there, but let's go ahead and look at this working example here. So this is the first one we want to take a look at. So background color change right now. So it's currently white. Let's change it to green. And the button, which is inside of a div, triggers the JavaScript to manipulate the color and change the background green. Let's go ahead and just change it to blue. Well, that's really hard to see, so let's just go ahead and hit white. Well, let's hit it to green. Let's hit it to reset. Reset, it turns it to black, but it changes the color of the text in the back. So let's just leave it at white. Now, if we want to change the font style, I have a list of different texts here. Let's go ahead and make it bold, or we can put it in italic, or we can make it Georgia or Comic Sans. It's really a neat way to change the style of the text that's in here, this element. We can change the style. Okay, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's spice the CSS up a little bit, or we go to no style. The box background change. Let's go ahead and change the box. How about that? That actually looks pretty neat right there. That's a lot more easier than this, but now the whole thing is blue. Now it's kind of straining on the eye, so let's make it white. So let's focus in on the elements of the page that we're going to use. Or we can reset that and make it a different color. So let's go ahead and take a look at another example. This one here, we're going to toggle CSS class of a clicked element. Now this one, there's not really any logic behind it. It's just a working example to show how we can use JavaScript to change these CSS properties here of these elements. Let's just go ahead and click around here a little bit. I didn't necessarily code any logic behind them, as I said. It's just a way to show how we can change the color based off of the JavaScript that we created. And let's briefly take a look at the source page for that. Here's my CSS text right here. Here's the JavaScript function that we create, toggle class. We also have a second function here, because I have two rows. And down here, they're contained within divs. And this is where we make all of our changes in CSS3. That's it for this short example. It was really fun to see how you can change all of these fonts. Basically every property of CSS we can use with JavaScript. We can play around with colors and stuff to manipulate the document, so to speak, so that it so that it meets our current needs.